everybody, my name is Eric Hopkins and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're finding me for the very first time or you are a returning viewer and have not yet done so, please click that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content right here on this channel. So the pandemic has been playing heck with all the releases that are supposedly coming out to movie theaters and other locations like streaming services and things like that. Studios want to get as much money as they can from these movies they put a lot of money into, so they want to get the most on their investment and get as much profit as possible. Well, there are still some movie studios out there who are still a little skittish about putting movies back into theaters because the ones who have gone to theaters so far has not made the best box office returns, and now we've got some news that we've got some more delays. So let's go over here and check out this article from The Wrap. Paramount has delayed Mission Impossible 7, Top Gun Maverick, and of course Jackass Forever from their release schedule to a little bit later date moving them into 2022. COVID-19 has forced yet another major release date push as Paramount announced on Wednesday that 3 of its biggest upcoming titles, Top Gun Maverick, Mission Impossible 7, and Jackass Forever will be pushed back to 2022. Mission Impossible 7, which had been slated for release next year on Memorial Day weekend, has been moved to September 30th of 2022, while Top Gun Maverick moves to that Memorial Day slot from a previous spot of November 19th. Jackass Forever will move from October 2nd of this year to February 4th, 2022. While Paramount has released one of the few pandemic box office success stories of the year with A Quiet Place Part 2, the studio blockbusters starring Tom Cruise are critical tentpoles for the studio with $150 million plus budgets co-produced with Skydance. Paramount needs the global box office to be as strong as possible for both films to truly turn a profit, and it is uncertain how much or even if regions hamstrung by COVID-19, particularly the Asia-Pacific markets, would be able to recover by the time Top Gun was set for release in November. While Australia, New Zealand, and much of Southeast Asia, are dealing with widespread closures amid new surges, Japan and Korea continue to be more than half off of their normal box office market with capacity restrictions in most of those countries. Instead, Paramount is going to take its chances, putting Cruise against some major competition. The week after Mission Impossible 7 currently releases in late September, Sony will release its sequel to the Oscar-winning animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Top Gun Maverick, meanwhile, now goes head-to-head on the same day as another action film in Lionsgate's John Wick Chapter 4. I got a feeling one of these movies is going to have to move because that's putting those two movies on the same day. I don't know how smart that is. Lionsgate didn't flinch from putting Keanu Reeves head-to-head against Cruise when Mission Impossible 7 held the Memorial Day slot, so it wouldn't be surprising to see them decide not to make a move in response to Paramount. Yeah, but Tom Cruise's Top Gun, is not necessarily, the exact same type of film as a John Wick is. Mission Impossible 7 is a little more action-oriented than Top Gun might be. Don't both have action, don't get me wrong, but Mission Impossible 7 is a little more on that vibe than I think Top Gun is for the most part. But Sony has taken advantage of the departure of Top Gun Maverick, moving from 2021. They moved Ghostbusters Afterlife a week back from November 11th to November 19th. The Jason Reitman-directed sequel to his father's 1984 sci-fi classic got a strong reception from attendees at CinemaCon this last week who enjoyed its first public screening, and Sony will now be hoping that strong word of mouth from the film's mid-November release will allow it to build steam heading into Thanksgiving the following weekend and also have support from IMAX and Premiere large formats. So yeah, this makes a lot of sense. I understand this. I want to see these movies as much as anybody else. Obviously, I've been wanting to see the next installment of Mission Impossible 7, and as of right now, Mission Impossible 8 is still scheduled to release, I believe, in July of 2023. So I don't exactly expect Mission Impossible 8 to get moved around too much. Maybe push back a little bit into 2023, but for the most part, I think they were filming Mission Impossible 7 and 8 back to back, or at least they were trying to. And I think the pandemic might have played hectic with that a little bit, so I'm sure 8's not quite done yet, but they'll have all of next year to film 8. So hopefully that'll still hit its July 2023 release date, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But for the films that have actually come out in theaters up to this point, outside of Fast 9, a lot of movies have done okay, but have not done their normal box office. Even Fast 9 didn't do as well as it usually does. It still, I think, made the most money out of the bunch, if I remember correctly. So studios are wanting to wait on this. Now, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings releases this weekend in theaters all across the world, I believe, especially in the United States. And I think it's going to be very telling. It's going to be very interesting to see what Shang-Chi does, because it's not going to streaming services. Shang-Chi is theatrical only. So when Shang-Chi is released, it's going to be a barometer to see to all these other studios exactly where we're standing right now when it comes to a big time blockbuster, possibly one of the bigger studios right now with the most success with Marvel Studios releasing one of their films. And if that film is successful, I think studios are going to start to feel a little bit better about the situation. But if Shang-Chi underperforms, I think you could possibly even see some movie theaters or studios, I should say, pushing some of their other movies back from later this year into 2022, hoping that things with the COVID-19 pandemic will improve by that time and they can eventually start to release these movies like they want to. By the time some of these movies come out, it's unfortunately going to be probably 2.5 years after we would have originally gotten them because of this whole pandemic stupid stuff. I think we're all pretty much over it. I think we all want it to be done. We want the bickering and the fighting and all this sort of stuff to stop. I think we just want to get back to our lives, and we hope that that's what will happen. A lot of people feel like that's never going to happen, but I don't want to get into all that here on the channel. However, it does play, a lot of hectic things go into all this when it comes to movie theatrical release dates and all this stuff. And I understand from a studio's perspective, they want to get the most bang for their buck, so to speak. So I get it, but it's just disappointing to see. And hopefully sooner rather than later, we can all go back to the theaters with confidence and go back and have a good time watching some of our favorite stories play out on the big screen. But the real question here is, guys, what do you guys think about the fact that Paramount has delayed Mission Impossible 7, Top Gun 2, and Jackass Forever all the way into 2022? I'm sure many of you are going to be just like me and be just disappointed in this whole situation and hope it ends soon. But please comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And please hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when I put up new content on this channel. I do movie reviews. I do movie news like this. I do NFL recap shows, professional wrestling recap shows, Funko and collectible videos, and of course, video game streams as well. So please subscribe for all that good content. And until my next video, guys, take care.